You saw Charles Cross, one of the best tackles in the game, who was out with a hamstring, missing his third straight game. So there's pressure on Josh Jones. And the Seahawks not able to get lined up. Mike McDonald ran down and called a timeout.
Yeah, you see the confusion, them trying to communicate and get lined up, the play clock running down, and they're able to get the timeout called. You see if that comes into play here the remainder of this first half. But a nice drive, nevertheless, for Seattle to get down into this position. And for Sam Darnold, important that he just realized that he's got 3 points in his pocket. And if he doesn't like it, just don't try to force anything.
Stop him here. Stop him here.
They hand off to Charbonnet. Get to the 4, and that's it. Jair Brown was in there and made the hit. It's a 4-yard pickup. It's 4th and goal. And the Seahawks look like they're going to go for it.
Well, they must have been thinking that because it's an interesting call here on 3rd down. But you see Jair Brown, he just comes up and makes a big-time hit. And that's what you're expecting when you're the free, unblocked defender to make that tackle.
This is rare. They don't go for it a lot on 4th down. Most conservative approach in the league this year. That's in Jigba, Smith and Jigba at the top. 4th down. End zone, broken up, and complete. Cut the target. And the Seahawks turn it over on downs with Upton Stout in coverage. They had a 1st and goal at the 1. They go for it on 4th and goal. And they come away with nothing. So much for 3 points in your pocket. Darnold looking for a flag and won't get it.
That's lazy. Yeah, I agree.
Look how it is. The Housemaid, rated R, now playing. Oh. You feel that? Feel what? The crash zone.
Super chats are open, guys, and if you want to comment in the live chat, it's open as well. I might take this and mute the audio a little bit just in case. Just letting you know.
You feel it now?
Oh, yeah.
I guess I'll go and try and find a ladder.
What does it take to be the most watched newscast in America?
You're part of an operation.
Is this our kind of operation center? Militants came in from different directions. Very accurate. So you have a couple loaded and ready to go. We've got a home right here engulfed in flames. The scene here, apocalyptic. How important is Made in USA? Great one. It's my David. I'm David. You are. You do every night.
ABC's World News Tonight with David Moore is America's most watched newscast. Say something. More than just a flag. Chase rings. Chase gold.
Nah, chase me.
NFL flag. Say something. Monday morning on ABC. Look who's back on Good Morning America.
We got Joe Black here. We're going to talk a little bit of football.
So, are you ready for some Monday morning football and fun? It's Joe Buck, Monday on Good Morning America.
Seahawks put together a 12-play drive covering 66 yards, 7.5 minutes off the clock, and come away with nothing.
Well, an interesting decision there on 4th down, just simply because you're on the road and you got a chance to take the lead on the opening possession. Here's that last play, and they didn't let Bernardo Green runs in to Cooper Kupp. That's what Mike McDonald was wanting the penalty for. There really was not anything there. Maybe had a chance here for Jake Bobo on the outside. Did he get the natural pick? He's got a chance. But I think the underneath defender got Darnold off of it. But I was going to say, as good as this defense is, and maybe that's why he does go for it on 4th down, knowing you've got the offense backed up and your defense is so good that they can hold it.
Well, the 49ers offense has been awfully sharp over the last 3 games. really all year, but Brock Purdy is playing some great football. They're coming off a season-high 496-yard game against the Chicago Bears defense. And there are the numbers for Purdy, who dealt with turf toe, a big toe on his right foot for the early part of the year. Mac Jones outstanding in his stead. And now Purdy is back and rolling. Both teams come in on a 6-game winning streak, 2nd and 7. 4-man rush. Purdy completes. He's got use check. 3rd down coming up. Well, this offense is without their star left tackle, Trent Williams, a 12-time Pro Bowler and future Hall of Famer. Austin Pleasance makes his first NFL start. And the backs and receivers, they're without Ricky Pearsall, their 2nd-year wide receiver, who's so good against man-to-man coverage, but they still have George Kittle, they still have Christian McCaffrey, they still have Brock Purdy. It's 3rd and 3. Purdy not able to connect with Jennings. There is no flag, and it's going to be a 3-and-out.
Well, I'm not sure exactly what happened there on the play, but Purdy's expecting Juwan Jennings to continue on his route. You can see as he comes up the field, it starts to the sidelines. He kind of pulls up as though he's going to maybe run a pivot route of some type, and Purdy was expecting him to continue. So they get to 3rd and short against this defense. And
Now there's going no black for this game. Something I rarely see them do. Probably, I think it's the first time they've done it.
Lasted for the 49ers, and Thomas Morstead, career punt number 1001, hits it high. Rashid Shaheed from his knees gets up, stays up, and takes it near midfield. And there is a flag back near where the ball was snapped. Right now, 48-yard punt, 10-yard return.
Personal foul. Face back. Stinky team number 49. 15-yard penalty from the end of the run. 1st down. Timeout.
I mean, that's going to take the ball near the 35-yard line of the 49ers. So after going for it on 4th and goal and not getting it, there's the face mask right in the middle of the screen by Garrett Wallow.
It's okay, it's
the
okay.
Seahawks will have great field position in a scoreless game.
Ever since we told Jason Kelsey NFL Sunday Ticket is just $4.99 for football fans, he hasn't stopped cheering. NFL Sunday Ticket, now just $4.99 for one more glorious Sunday.
What is the dumbest thing you've ever wasted money on?
I was paying for 2 subscriptions over like 3 years.
How'd you figure that out?
I saw an app that shows you all the monthly subscriptions you have and how much you're paying.
What is the app called?
Rocket Money.
So guys, just smile and say, switch to T-Mobile in just 15 minutes and get an iPhone 17 on them. No trade-in needed.
Why can't we just say cheese?
Okay, cheese.
Now you can switch to T-Mobile in just 15 minutes and get a new iPhone 17 on us. No trade-in needed.
Shake it down, baby, go and get yourself a whistle and go.
You got us, we got now.
It's the holidays, so get them what they really want. A 3-course meal wrapped in a festive box. 2 pizzas, breadsticks, and a dessert, starting at $19.99. Holiday harder with the triple treat box from Pizza Hut.
Oh, you want to put the heavier items on the bottom. Let's let him do his job, right? Young homeowners love to get involved with everything.
Latte for Jan?
We got a latte for Jan.
There you go.
Latte for Jan?
Yeah.
Chicken marsala. Ooh, I would not have that.
Julie?
Jan, Jan as in January.
Canned goods, OJ, root beer, and probably sandwich cookies.
Progressive can't protect you from becoming your parents, but we can protect your home and auto when you bundle with us.
Could be Jan, I guess. Jan?
The NFL on ESPN is brought to you by Progressive. Get coverage you can count on with home and auto at Progressive.com. These 2 teams have been battling over the years, both in the NFC West, battling tonight for the top spot. They met in the 2013 NFC Championship game. Seattle won that 2019 Week 17 game. 49ers won that 2022 wild card game. And in his rookie year, Brock Purdy, the 49ers beat the Seahawks 41-23. At the 35, second possession for Seattle. Walker cuts back. Cleveland Farrell came down to make the stop in a gain of 3. Opening drive was impressive. They had a first and goal at the 1. They went backward. They went for it on 4th and goal. Didn't get it. And there is their longest time of possession on an opening drive without points since 2018.
Yeah, that's disappointing, no doubt. Not coming away with the points. But as I mentioned, as good as their defense is, back them up. They get good field position. If in that same situation again, I'm not sure McDonald goes for it.
Jackson Smith and Jigba written out of bounds by Renardo Green. And he'll be short of first down yardage, a gain of 5.
I think overall right now, though, Joe, Seattle's got to be feeling pretty good, especially Sam Darnold. I mean, the way that they are running the football, you watch Kenneth Walker, he is explosive. Once he gets the ball in his hands, they average over 5 yards a carry on that opening drive. Had some really nice runs. Darnold was good, and interestingly enough, what killed the drive for them was the sack by San Francisco, and they're last in the league at getting those.
3rd down and 2, Charbonnet. He's got it, and plenty more. Touchdown, Seattle. He got the first down, then was one-on-one with Malik Mustafa and couldn't bring him down, and it's a 27-yard touchdown run on 3rd and 2.
Well, take a look at A.J. Garner, the tight end. He's blocking Jair Brown. And Jair
It's okay. It's
Brown's
okay.
the only guy that
Just beginning.
can contain Charbonnet. And Garner, who is a blocking machine, does an absolute great job. It's one-on-one. And Charbonnet, you're not going to win that battle. Touchdown, Seattle.
They needed 2. They get 27. A touchdown at the extra point with Jason Myers. And Zach Charbonnet now with 4 touchdowns over his last 3 games in the opening points by the visiting team. Here in Week 18, 7-7, Seahawks.
I'm loving this live betting on DraftKings.
There's so many options during the game. It feels like I'm calling the play. Touchdown! See, I bet TV. Who's the king now, Brian?
More like the town fool.
With more markets open for more of the game, DraftKings is live when others aren't. So instead of gray, you could be
It's all right.
green.
They've been like this before. They'll be fine.
It happens with the #1 sportsbook for live betting. New customers bet $5 and get $200 if you're
See, I've noticed that sometimes they let the team kind of, get a little ahead, and then they realize, okay, this is the game they're going to try to play, and then then the Niners will adjust to it.
Choose your luck scrapings box only at Taco Bell.
As I said, guys, live chat is open. Super chats are open. If you want to come on in, donate, or whatever, it's up to you. And super chats are also open. I mean, live, where you can discuss what you want to discuss as far as the game goes. And super chats are open if you want to help donate there.
Checking Allstate first was really smart. Not checking Vivo's 8th, though, not smart. At least I checked Allstate first and saved hundreds.
Oh, and by the way, I'm live streaming this using my Fire HD 10.
Oh, I don't get football. Why do they score by 7?
6.
And the kicker is so little. I worry about him.
Do you even like my nachos?
I love your nachos, man.
Cottonelle leaves you so clean, you'll want to come clean about everything else.
If you love to travel, Capital One has a rewards credit card that opens up a world of possibilities. With Venture X, you earn unlimited double miles on everything you buy. Plus, get premium benefits at a collection of luxury hotels when you book on Capital One Travel. Capital One, what's in your wallet?
The CFP semifinals are here.
One more win to the national championship.
Miami, Ole Miss.
Are you not entertained?
Oregon, Indiana. In a playoff this wild, anything is possible. Thursday and Friday on ESPN.
Tonight's aerial coverage is brought to you by McDonald's. From the streets of San Francisco to Santa Clara, and Zach Charbonnet, who now has 12 rushing touchdowns this season, most by a Seahawks player since 2014 with Marshawn Lynch at 13. And they went for it on 4th and goal on their first possession. Didn't get it. They get a 3 and out from their defense and go right down the field and lead 7-0. Out to the 35, it will come. Mike McDonald in his second year as head coach of the Seattle Seahawks. His group is 14-2 last year and this year combined on the road. And you see the best road records in the first 2 seasons as an NFL coach. There's George Seifert, who inherited and then coached and really performed as the head coach of a great 49er team when he took over. McDonald right on that list behind him. 4.5 to go, first quarter. 49ers ball at the 35, and a handoff is to McCaffrey, and not much room. A gain of 2.
I don't think you can say enough about the job that Mike McDonald has done for the Seattle team, especially here in year 2, and the improved defense that we are watching throughout this season. They are a top 5 defense in almost every category and just do an outstanding job. And they're really talented, but they're extremely well coached. The area of most improvement has been their run defense. They just shut people down, and that's going to be a problem for San Francisco if they can't get something going on the ground.
Second down and 8. Time runs out. Purdy gets brought to the ground by Derek Hall. A loss of 1. It goes down as a sack, and it's the second of the season for Hall.
Well, Seattle doesn't blitz a lot. They do bring a lot of secondary players, and they bring linebackers. They rush 5. And when they do bring those extra defenders, they are awfully good at getting to the quarterback. And that's just an outstanding job of getting to Brock Purdy and forcing a 3rd and long. And this is a down they have dominated throughout the year.
Purdy steps up, finds Jennings. Long way to go, won't get there. And Juwan Jennings is down by Reek Woolen and Ernest Jones. And the offense is staying out there until now. Now the punt team comes out on 4th and short.
Well, Seattle, over the last 6 games or so, they have been playing a lot of 6 defensive backs. And what that does is it allows Reek Woolen to get onto the field, number 27, who came up and made the first contact on the ball carrier, and they rallied to the football, and it looked initially like he was going to get the ball and had room to run for the first down, but just great pursuit defensively.
Fair catch by Shaheed. And he holds it in inside the 20 near the 17. 39-yard punt. Seahawks, 3rd possession coming up. Coming off that touchdown drive, leading by 7.
There's flying, and then there's making the most of it for fun. There's nothing like arriving early and enjoying it. Nothing like having tea across the pond, a cocktail in Atlanta, and a tranquil place to work in Tokyo, all waiting for you. Nothing like best in class cuisine and
it's okay.
match worldwide.
Niners have been in this position before. They'll win. I think what they do, like I mentioned earlier, is they like to let their opponents kind of get a step ahead, and then they study what they've done, and then they kind of adjust to that. I mean, it makes sense when you really think about it, look back at the season.
Oh, I need to come clean. I don't remember algebra. Are they letters? Are they numbers? Pick one, algebra. I'm getting an A.
Cottonelle leaves you so clean, you'll want to come clean about everything else. I'm the guy sitting next to your girl.
Oh, stupid commercial. Yeah, loaded.
And if you don't have the right home coverage, you might have to kiss your savings goodbye. It's called beat it. Switch to Allstate and you can save hundreds.
Stupid commercials.
What are you waiting for? Make your move before I do. We can feel it coming. Watch plays. The heroes, goals, and hard work. Every pressure packed snap 1 second closer to the end.
Savor React. Debate every inch. Savor the pressure with the NFL playoffs on ESPN.
Seahawks with the ball, leading by 7 as we roll the tape back and look at these tight ends.
That's been a good start. The way that they've been able to run the football, the big reason why is these tight ends. You can see Saubert and Varner, they do a great job on the first big run of the game, sealing the edge. And then, of course, A.J. Varner here. This is an offense that likes to run multiple tight ends. They do it as much as anybody, and why not when you've got those two guys that are able to seal the edges the way they have here in this first quarter.
Seahawks started their 18.
Come on, guys. Stop them here.
Big hole to run through and still going. Brought down from behind as he crossed the 35. And the Seahawks are averaging about 8 yards a carry. And this is good for 20 for Kenneth Walker.
Well, Gray Zabel gets the block here. 74 here. The left tackle, Josh Jones, he has nobody to block. You see, he's running, he's just looking for somebody. And when you're having to do that as an offensive lineman, I mean, there's a big hole then for Kenneth Walker.
See, they're over 8.5 yards per carry, 87 already. Walker thought about cutting back, and now he gets brought down by Eric Kendricks. We'll go down 2 more.
Well, Joe, there's been a big emphasis this week by offensive coordinator for the Seahawks, Luke Kubiak, on getting in and out of the huddle efficiently.
Guys, you can beat them. You've done it before. You did it on their home turf.
They've been pleased with the operation, and Domo specifically checking in with the O-line multiple times, making sure they can hear him. They've all reported back. They can hear him loud and clear. We'll see if that continues.
22 was with the 49ers in 2023, and his brother, Clay, is the offensive coordinator for Kyle Shanahan. 2nd and 9. Jackson Smith and Jigba. Good fastball out of the right hand of Sam Darnold. First down.
Well, Kyle Shanahan has got to be concerned with what he is watching from Seattle offensively. I mentioned it a moment ago that teams have kind of gotten away from running the football, and even Chicago last week, averaging 5 yards a carry. You know, they didn't really run it all that much, just 22 carries for them in that game. But Seattle, well over 50% here in this first half of running the football and having a lot of success doing it.
They stick with it. Charbonnet is met right at the line of scrimmage by Jair Brown. Coming up on the end of the quarter, when we met with Kyle Shanahan, he said, our best chance to win a Super Bowl is to win this game, this one tonight. It's a 2-for-1. And he said, in some weird way, it's almost more important than the next one. They're without Trent Williams. They're without Ricky Pearsall. They're without Bosa and Warner. We have a false start, so kill the music. We thought we were at the end of the quarter until the flag flew.
False start. Office number 88.
Wow.
Penalty. Still 2nd down. Please put 1 second on the game clock.
I think Sam Darnold was just going to let the clock run down.
These officials, I'm telling you, they've obviously been having some issues lately over the past week.
That's a 3-5 yard.
Not just in the NFL here, like with today with Carolina and Tampa Bay, and so far somewhat with this game, but also with the college games over the past couple of days. It's almost like they don't want to be there. I don't know. Or maybe there's a lot of pressure coming on them.
I've always found it strange. People really want to save money, but are so willing to toss their hard-earned coin into a 3-foot pool.
Oh, sorry, commercial came on there.
I want to be rich.
But
You don't need to throw your money away.
but basically, it's almost like, you know, the officials don't want to be at these games.
Save $900 with your home.
Look at that, it's ringing.
Like, Like, I think they realize they're being caught on to by certain people in the higher ups of NCAA and NFL. So I don't know. It's kind of weird. It felt like they've been a little off over the past few days in both the college football playoff and the regular bowl that wrapped up yesterday and even today with the NFL. So really interesting.
We are so excited.
And again, guys, just to let you know, super chats are open and live chat is also open. Give your thoughts in on what you think about the game if you're watching it, and if you want to donate, super chats are open. Whatever you can do.
Let's go.
You know,
Brooks, really rubbing off us. Yeah, love that guy.
Toyota, let's go places.
drinking some Crush Orange soda. You know, so it's pretty good and everything. So, and PG&E's got this song going on, so I don't want nothing to go on there. Yeah. So I do apologize for that if I'm talking a lot here. But you know how that is with commercials. They have, you know, licensed music, and that might hurt something. I don't know. So I'm just talking over.
Troy, here's what drew the flag, and the call was against Seattle. This is a real-time look at it. It looked to us like Seattle was trying to get 3-5. Well, they were. Sam Darnold, he was using the hard count.
And now in the second quarter, Niners, I think, but believe can make a return on this, make a comeback.
Brings up second down and 15 to start the second quarter. Low snap. Darnold. Jackson Smith and Jigba, nice move. Broken tackle, and now they're still going down the sideline because they're going to say he stepped out at the 37.
Yeah, he stepped out of bounds. Thought he was going to get away with one there.
Missed tackle by Dean Winters, and let's take a look. They marked him out of bounds at the 37.
Not yet. There it is. That's a good call there by the officials, catching it. 2 missed tackles there. Turned what should have been a minimal gain into a new set of downs.
Guys, quick. I will say that.
No answers by this 49ers defense except for one play. That's sack by Tatum Bethune.
Yeah, and even on the last play, just no one even close to put pressure on Sam Darnold.
Here's a handoff right side. Charbonnet brought down from behind, almost lost the football. Malik Mustafa made the tackle, but it's enough for another Seattle first down.
Yeah, and it looks a lot like what we showed earlier there on that opening drive where they come in with 2 tight ends. They got Saubert and Varner to that right side, and they secure the edge. And you can see Charbonnet, where he is, he's up on the corner before anyone's even there to try to make a play on him.
Seattle's got 10 first downs in the game. San Francisco has run 6 offensive plays. Fake toss. Darnold, no pressure on him.
There it is.
Goes in the direction of Charbonnet, incomplete. Second down.
Well, they're kind of having their way right now offensively. And Sam Darnold, I mean, a really nice block there by Saubert, number 81. As he
Over the lay guy.
He makes the key block that kind of allows Darnold to buy some more time, but outstanding coverage on the back end by San Francisco.
But for the Seahawks, they're watching Sam Darnold not force the ball at all. A welcome sight at 2nd and 10. Hand off to
got him.
He is slung to the ground by Akuanu. Now loss of 4.
Well, that's what they needed to try to slow them down. And you're right, Joe, as far as watching Sam Darnold, it's the easiest way to then get into a rhythm as a quarterback. You come in, you got a lot of pressure on you, you're playing on the road, there's a lot at stake, and Sam Darnold knows it. And all eyes, as you said, to come into this game are on him, and yet he's been able to settle in because of the way that Clint Kubiak has called the game, but more importantly, the way that they've run the football. Now we're third down here. A lot of Sam Darnold's interceptions have come on third down.
Seahawks were late getting out of the huddle. They're able to snap it before the play clock.
Man down!
And Walker gets dropped by Upton Stout. It's fourth down.
Great call, or great play by Upton Stout, but I like the call by Clint Kubiak. It's third and long. Make it an easy completion. See if you can't pick up some more yards to make this an easier field goal attempt. But Upton Stout, he comes up. He's a physical player. He plays right through Jake Bobo and makes a big play.
It'll be a 47-yard try by Jason Myers, who leads all kickers in points this season. This one,
no good!
and the Seahawks have to be wondering and thinking about what could in this first half. Still just a 7-point game. Myers has made 8.
Told you, I think the Niners know what they're doing here.
At Burger King, you write the rules of value. You rule number 10, I mix and match my way. Here's 7 tasty items, and I can get 2 for $5 or 3 for $7.
Well, I'll be right back.
The $5 dual or $7 trio from Burger King Classic to
I'm going to put it into a silent mode right now, so there's no copyright. Potentially.
No, I'm good. That's good. You know, that one of the tricks that they run more. They run more. Yeah. $49, if they win, you get number 1. If they don't win, it's either going to be number 5 or number 6, depending on the way situation.
Yeah.
Well, the holidays have come and gone once again, but you forgot to get that special someone in your life. Well, VENMO is extending their holiday offer of half off unlimited wireless. So here's the idea. You get it now. Call it over for the next year, like 11 months, which takes you from the worst ever to the best ever. You already got one, right? You lose. I realize this bitch.
They can go for it if they want to. They can go for it if they want to.
Free health insurance.
Try to get a first down.
Visit healthforcalifornia.com to get free or discounted medical coverage. Get a free quote in 30 seconds. Apply in 5 to 10 minutes. Find top providers like Anthem, Kaiser, Blue Shield, and more. Health for California offers individual, family, small business, and Medicare coverage. Simply put, this is where you get affordable coverage. Secure your future and avoid the penalty at healthforcalifornia.com.
Yeah. Yeah. He's trying to challenge the day, like, oh, I can't challenge that. I gotta stick with it. They're trying to challenge, but the thing is, he wasn't doing it enough. He's like,
No! No!
yeah. They stopped them. Now to get some popcorn.
ticket from Top Class.
Why do they score by 7?
6.
And the kicker is so little. I ain't worried about it.
You didn't like my nachos?
I love your nachos, man.
Cotton now leaves you so clean, you'll want to come clean about it.
Start the year strong with best-in-class equipment at Planet Fitness. Save $28 or more when you join for just $1 down, $15 a month. Cancel anytime. You got this. Deal ends January 9th.
Oh, hey, Jack, going up?
Actually, no, Justine. My famous 2 tacos are going down to 75 cents for my 75th anniversary. Could you press 6, please? I'm going up. Got 2 tacos.
Good popcorn.
And the Carolina Panthers will be glued to their TVs to see who wins between New Orleans and Atlanta.
Yeah, that's right. Congratulations to Tampa Bay today on their win, but there's a little left on the bottom there. We'll find out tomorrow.
Good play action from Sam Darnold, who has time and fits it perfectly into Jackson Smith and Jacob. Good throw. Right on the money in an 18-yard completion.
And this is when Sam Darnold is at his best. When he's able to use play action. Here's Jackson Smith and Jigba, and the route that he runs, they're trying to get attention to him with coverage, and yet the ball's just perfectly thrown. But when Sam Darnold is able to use play action, and when he has the protection like he did on that play, he has been good all year long, and there are going to be a lot of big plays if they can't get to him any better than that.
Darnold showing and reminding everybody why the Seahawks went to get him in free agency. They traded Geno Smith for a 3rd-round pick to the Raiders. They signed Sam Darnold to be their quarterback, a 3-year deal. Coming off that great year with the Vikings, it didn't end well, but here he is with his team looking for their 14th win of the year.
Yeah, he's been really good. And as we mentioned coming in, and all Seahawks fans know that the Achilles heel for him really throughout his career, even go back to when he was at USC, has been the turnovers. And, ultimately, when you get into games like this with teams that are so closely matched, it's the turnovers that you just cannot afford at any time.
Here's Kenneth Walker, hit the line hard. Got the handoff on 2nd down. And just to finish, and not leave that hanging. We know that Tampa Bay won 16-14 at home over Carolina, but they'll be watching tomorrow because if the Saints win, Tampa Bay goes to the playoffs. If the Falcons beat the Saints, Carolina goes to the playoffs.
Yeah, Tampa Bay thought that this game earlier today would have been a winner-take-all because no one thought that Atlanta would be able to beat the LA Rams last week. So they made it interesting with that win.
3rd down and 4.
Get to him.
Darnold in trouble. Out he goes.
Oh.
And he's going to roll with a 1st down. A little more athletic than he gets credit for. He needed to use his legs, and he gets another 5 yards and a 1st down.
And Sala, he brings the blitz. He brings 5 guys that shows it. And then when Darnold, he gets up in the pocket, and this is the other side of him that people don't talk a whole lot about. People don't think of Sam Darnold as being a scrambler, but both he and Brock Purdy capable of making plays with their legs.
D. Winters is down, was grabbing his ankle. They'll check him. We'll take a break. 1st down, Seattle.
Lucas, when 2 people love each other very much, right? Okay, imagine.
Notification.
See Leonard's able to get up and get off the field under his own power. The medical text, it was not pretty.
No, it was not, Joe. And you have to ask just how many blows can this San Francisco team take? We saw Juwan Jennings come off the field, battling through the broken ribs and everything else that he's had this year. What his status is going to be going forward, I imagine we'll see him. But there's Nick Bosa, who went down earlier in the year along with Fred Warner, and seeing some more players for them get injured in this one.
On first down, Walker is able to take it to the 25, a gain of 6 with Jair Brown made the tackle. And Walker lost his shoe.
So they're just getting so much movement up front, this offensive line, and they've been okay throughout the year. They're not a dominant offensive front. This San Francisco defensive line, though, they've had their issues, but tonight Seattle has taken it to them.
All 4 Seahawks possessions have gotten inside the San Francisco 30. But so far, just 7 points. Here's Walker again. Shoe back on, another first down. And a flag is dropped in the middle of the defensive formation. Against the rookie left guard, Gray's Abel.
He's able to get up to the second level. Initially, I thought that he made a good block, but there, little hook and turn that he gets called for. That's about the only thing that has slowed them down.
Third hold of the year for the rookie Zabel as he took down Tatum McFadden, who has the only sack tonight for the 49ers. 2nd and 11. Dangerous throw, but able to get it to the tight end, A.J. Barner. With Jason Pinnock right there, and it's third down.
Yeah, you're right, Joe. We were watching it from up here. You could just tell that if that ball's thrown even slightly behind, Pinnock is right there to make a play, and there would be nobody out in front of him. You got to be perfect when you're making this throw with a guy running away from you in tight coverage, but Sam Darnold dials it up.
3rd and 6.
Come on, guys.
Darnold backpedaling, takes a shot. It's broken up. No flags as Jackson Smith and Chapel is covered by Renardo Green and Jair Brown.
Good job. Good job.
They'll start him on the outside. Renardo Green, it looked like initially, and Jigba has a chance. There's a double move, and he gets the separation.
And like Greg and the guy Bear calls it says, guys, double double tap that screen and smash that like button. It helps me out.
45-yard try now by Myers. And Myers, after the 47-yard miss, is able to hit. And this is a 10-0 game. The number one seed on the line. One win away, one of these two teams is from a bye next week in the NFC West title. 10-0. See ya.
Oh, God.
At apartments.com, we go above and beyond to make renting easier on every single level.
Yeah. Yeah. Number 5 seed. Number 5 seed. We can number 1, we have a 5. We can number 1, we have a 5. Yeah, we still be in the playoffs no matter what happens. That, yeah, but you know what? They would be. They are. Yeah. Yeah.
They want to be number one.
Yeah, because you know what Seattle means, what they got a lot of stadium. It's kind of been closed.
That noisy one?
No? Yeah. Thank you, Guy Bear Club. Really appreciate the help. And let me know, guys, who you want to win this game.
Most importantly, the bye next week. Seahawks lose, they're the number 5 seed. 49ers lose, they're either the 5 or the 6, depending on what the Rams do at home tomorrow against Arizona.
Mm-hmm. Well,
Still just a 10-point game, just over 5
what?
to go in the half, and the ball will come out to the 40.
They're going to have this tomorrow. The Rams. If we don't win. If we don't win, yeah.
99, a mistake by Myers who blew the wild card weekend. Saturday, we've got games on CBS, Fox, or maybe Prime Video.
Seattle, yeah.
Same drill.
Yeah.
And then Monday night, we will come along with the end of wild card weekend with a game at 8 o'clock Eastern on ESPN and ABC.
Sorry, guys. Got a family member that doesn't understand football that much.
That's it. They try to set up the screen for Kittle, and the play is made by Eamon Ward. He's locked up in man coverage on Kittle. So here he is. He's just staring at Kittle. And they're hoping, the 49ers are hoping they get a blocker out on him. And if you do, when you catch man coverage, if you do block the guy who's in man coverage, you're going to have a big play. But even Warren, he just reads it. They're not able to get to him. And Kittle has no chance once he catches the football. Seahawks showing everybody just how good this defense is. 2nd and 16. 49ers came rolling into this game on offense. And not much here with McCaffrey as Devin Witherspoon makes the play. It'll be 3rd and long. This defense is just so good. They're playing coverage. They rush 4, and they've got 3 guys underneath. And you just see the way in which they're able to react.
Witherspoon, he's just reading the quarterback, and he knows that McCaffrey's coming out of the backfield, and as soon as he catches a football, bam, he's right there to make a play.
Third down and 10. Their last 3 third downs have all been for 9 yards or more. Purdy keeping it alive and able to complete to Jennings. And a much-needed first down for San Francisco. As Purdy shows off his ability to get out of trouble.
Yeah, and they had 2 receivers in the same area.
Good work, guys. Good work.
And that was really all Brock Purdy, because here they come, and it looked like they were going to get home. He's able to step up in the pocket, keep his eyes down the field, and then on the other end of that, you're going to see that they've got 2 49ers right over there on the boundary.
Yeah, I was in Lawrence, Kansas, actually, my friend.
They converted their first third down.
Here is a handoff to Brian Roberts.
And that was my original channel.
First touch of the night and a decent pickup on first down.
The the B Walmart channel.
Carolina game last week was there to make the stop.
Well, they're knocking on the door at least. With any points, they've got bigger ideas than just 3 points, but yet
They're having issues with the sound here, apparently. It's probably the simulcasting on ESPN and ABC, or the players are really being, very profane.
Second down and 4. Pressure on Purdy, has to jump to get rid of it. What an effort by Kittle for the first down.
There you go, Kittle. There you go.
From Purdy, and a 5-yard pickup with the Marcus Lawrence bearing down on the San Francisco quarterback.
And this is why when you run the boots as a right-handed quarterback, you want to come out this way so you can get the ball out of your hand. You got to expect pressure.
Again, guys, super chats are open during this live chat, during this live stream. If you want to help out, whatever you guys can do would be greatly appreciated.
And get the ball out. Great effort by Kittle, as well as Purdy getting it in his hands.
Two-minute warning.
We're at the 2-minute warning. Well, it's a 10-0 game. Seattle on top.
Come on, guys. You can do this. You've done it before. Come on, guys. Let's do it.
Cisco presents.
I might consider that in the future, but I don't know how many would actually go for it. I mean, I'm having trouble trying to commit to the Patreon deal, which, by the way, support me over at Patreon. That helps out, too. And I also have a Cash App and a Venmo. And I have a Teespring store and a Fourth Wall store. You can help support me at those areas, too, if you guys want to check out some items. I don't think it's in there. No. Got these when I worked at Target a couple years ago. Right there. Thank you for telling me that. I may not be at the level as James Wolfe in the video game mode or anything, but I'm still around. Entering my 18th year here on June 4th. Okay, put it back on here.
Reaction to that game. 16-14 win for
Go.
Tampa Bay.
Okay, guys, you got this. You got this.
South yet. They need help tomorrow from the Saints. Otherwise, it's Carolina getting in.
So,
As the offense, Darnold, Cup, Shaheed, and more talking about it on the sideline while the 49ers have it. 3 timeouts, 2 minutes left. McCaffrey trying to get him going, not much. Game.
sorry about the advertisements, but I kind of selected to go heavy on them or high on them to see what happens there.
Moved in front of Charles with 593, George Kittle. Now 7-time Pro Bowl tight end, 2-time All-Pro, playing great at the age of 32. With that catch a moment before the 2-minute warning and a first down pickup.
Yeah, nobody's going to be catching Jerry Rice.
Well, trick play.
Nobody's touching the ball. They come underneath with a shorter completion of McCaffrey. But a decent pickup. 3rd down coming up after a gain of 4.
Yeah, they're going to have to do that a lot now with them, too.
As McCaffrey is going out. But you look at it, Joe, the 49ers, I mean, they're having to earn every single inch.
Thank you for the compliment.
This game, the Seattle defense, I mean, they have just been absolutely dominant. They've played well throughout this year, and tonight especially. And this is not the game where you want to be without your all-pro left tackle, Trent Williams.
Instead, it's Austin Pleasance making the start at left tackle. Purdy. Lawrence is coming off the edge, and Purdy is dropped. It's 4th down. Uchenna Nwosu made that stop. No gain. It will go down as a sack. And the decision from Kyle Shanahan, he's going to leave his offense out there for the moment.
Yeah, an interesting decision. I think I would take the points and try to cut it to a 1-possession game, but there's just nowhere to go with the football. The protection wasn't bad, and that's the thing that Seattle has really done a nice job of. How many times do you watch San Francisco and the
Come on, guys, you can do this.
Shanahan runs creates all this air within the defense and within the coverage.
I got a feeling Shanahan's going to be on them during the halftime.
Pass rush is just so good at just snuffing out everything that Kyle Shanahan has not had any answers for Mike McDonald in this defense.
McDonald and the Seahawks took the timeout, and while the 2 teams were standing around, Kyle Shanahan says field goal unit out there, and he's going to get Eddie Pinheiro to try it from 48.
Yeah, you hope your defense can make a stop here with 1:10 to go in the half, but you just have to come away with some points at this time.
Good snap, good hold, and on this windy night, for the 49ers, now down by 7. Strong kick from Pinheiro. And we'll welcome you inside the broadcast booth. I'm Joe Buck. That's
Yeah, I know. Tell me about it.
In a game similar to this, where you played at the end of the year, last game of the year against the Giants, and well, you guys won and ended up winning the Super Bowl back in '93.
Yeah, there's a lot at stake. We won the game, got the bye, ended up winning the Super Bowl. The Giants were able to go on the road that next week and win, and then they lost ultimately in the divisional round to the 49ers. But you know, both these teams, you look at the division alone and what a battle it has been with the Rams and Seattle and now San Francisco, and you come into week 18 with a chance to get the #1 seed in a first-round bye. I mean, they're emptying their bucket here tonight. It is going to be a real challenge for the loser of this game to have an opportunity to make an impact in the postseason, at least in my opinion.
It'll be crazy if, depending on what happens here, which the 49ers are going to win, because I think they have something up their sleeve.
Seahawks have no timeouts. Here is Rashid Shaheed on the return.
Yeah, stop them there. But it'd be crazy they meet up, either in the divisional round or the championship, because after this, after this, basically, it'd be like either 2-0 Niners favor, which it will be, or it could be 1-1, and then the rubber match could be in the playoffs. That would be crazy. And the last thing any team doesn't want, or any fan of any team in the playoffs want, on the NFC side, is for Seattle to have home field because that place would be walking and decimating and earthquaking. Oh, they got him.
Second sack of the night for the 49ers, and it's Sam Okuwanu. Just a four-man rush, and they're able to just collapse the pocket.
Let's see what I got here.
He comes off the edge, but it's because of the pressure inside there that makes him fall into it. It's a great job, and it's something San Francisco defensively needed. Surprise at San Francisco.
See if you get him again, guys.
They have three. Darnold just able to get rid of it to Warner.
Get him, get him, get him.
Third down coming up. Pressure on that play by Okuwanu, who just had the sack.
And this is going to let the time run out.
Francisco is just willing to leave well enough alone here. No question, Joe. You look at this game, it's a one-possession game. They've had 60 yards of offense. I mean, they would be thrilled.
Here comes halftime.
Down just 7 points, which is going to be the case. That's a big win for San Francisco, as badly as they've been dominated here in this first half.
And again, got to think Kyle Shanahan's going to be talking their heads off.
We've been 3 and out 2 drives, and we didn't convert a third down until that last drive, though. So we got one converted third down, led to points. We got to make sure to stay on the field longer. They're doing a good job controlling it. We start tackling a little bit better on defense, and I think that'll happen.
Yeah, what does your defense need to do better to slow down their offense?
They need to tackle better. I love the way it's been going. The fact that we've only held them to 10. We've gotten fortunate with that, but we got to tackle better and start moving the ball out.
All right, thank you.
Kyle Shanahan in year number 9. He's taking his 49ers to a couple of Super Bowls, trying to get the number 1 seed tonight. 49ers get the ball to start the second half. Stay tuned. All-State halftime comes your way next. Let's go, bud. Hurry up. Come on.
All right, a little bit of halftime here. Lift you back up. Okay. See what we got here. Not much is being uploaded right now. They said not much being uploaded right now. Got full watching right now according to the live, according to YouTube, because my live stream is on the history thing, so that works out. Oh, trolls. Let me see. Okay. Oh, shoot. Well, thank you for the love, guys. We appreciate that. Holy crap. Yeah, hold on, guys. Yeah. What? Philadelphia. Yeah. Pitch, guys. Holy crap. Probably the most I've ever gotten. Okay, so in case you guys don't know what's going to happen, I'm sure you do. If whoever wins here gets the number one seed in home field advantage, and basically whoever doesn't win, depending on what the Rams do tomorrow, either gets number 5 or number 6. Basically, Seattle would have number 5, apparently, no matter what happens. And the 49ers, they would have to depend on what happens with the Rams tomorrow because it'd either be 5 or 6. You know, that's the situation. And honestly, I think a lot of the NFC is hoping that the Niners win because, with all due respect to the Seattle fans, you guys got a good team, but your place is loud. Your team's home place is loud. There is no doubt about that. It's very loud. And basically, it's one of those situations to where historically it's caused an earthquake. The decimal point goes very high and everything. So it's caused an earthquake and all that. So it's just one of those situations to where it basically the noise gets kept in, and they designed it that way purposely, from what I understand. So a lot of teams are hoping they don't play that, but if it happens, it's like I've been told throughout my life, God has a reason for everything happening. And the 49ers, they love a challenge. They love a challenge. The Rams love a challenge. Carolina, Tampa Bay, whoever gets in there loves a challenge. All of them love a challenge. And the Niners have beaten Seattle at home before, at Seattle, I should say. They could do it again if that happens. And again, it would be ironic if no matter what happens here, if these two teams meet up again in the division or even the championship round. But yeah, let me know what you guys think about that overall. Let me know what you guys think about that overall. And let me know if any of you have been in that stadium, if you will. Let me know if any of you have been in that stadium, if you will, in the past. I'd love to hear that. Love to hear if you guys have been in that stadium. The Seattle stadium, that is. And I do have a couple of new videos up, guys. So if you want to check that out, be greatly appreciated. And for those of you that are here, Super Chats are open in the live chat. If you want to help donate there, it'd be greatly appreciated. And also, ladies and gentlemen, Super Thanks will be open afterwards once it's all settled in and all that as well. And I do have a Patreon if you want to help support there, and a Venmo and a Cash App as well. And I do have a Teespring store and a Fourth Wall store. The links for all of that in the description. It shows where you can find me on social media. You can also find me at DeviantArt at BVW1979. You can find me at inkbunny.net at BWRoses and at For Affinity at BW1979. You guys can check me out there as well. And you can also find me on all your favorite audio, video, podcast affiliates like iTunes, iHeart, Pandora, Audible, Amazon, Spotify, Radio Public, and to an extent CA6M. Like I said, iTunes, iHeartRadio, Pandora, Spotify, Audible, Amazon, Radio Public, and to an extent Sirius-XM. You can find my podcast there. Link is in the description. All of that is in the description, guys. It'd be really helpful if you guys can do that. But yeah, big time game here, guys. And so again, as Guy Bear Claw says, hit and smash that like button. Helps me out. Let's try to get to 100 likes, guys. At least 100, maybe 125 at most. Let's get to that. and see where we can go from there. Did I turn on my PS? Must have turned on my PS2 by accident because the red light was on. But yeah, it's going to be a good game, guys. Let's see. Seattle, we have Eson tickets. Well, Arison tickets. I can't pronounce that. I do apologize. And look, I'm not going to say you guys don't have a good team. You do. But, this is just one of those situations that just like with the Rams, Seattle and San Francisco, that's a rivalry. Some would even say it's reminiscing of the 49ers and the Cowboy rivalry, especially when it comes to playoff time. But yeah, let's just see, what happens here, guys. Let's see what happens, and hopefully things go, one way or another. We'll have to see exactly. But like I said, like I said, all the things, all the stuff you can look up for me, look up when it comes to my, my channel and my brand. It's in the description. It'd be helpful if you can do that in the long run. And I do apologize. I mean, I do have certain family members that don't know too much about football. They know much, but not too much. They need help on identifying certain things. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, great fumble. Great fumble? That's a Hail Mary.
Okay, let's just go to YouTube here for a second because I don't want to deal with copyright there for a second. But I do have a couple new vids up, guys, just to let you know. I have the two live streams that I did yesterday morning. They are compiled together for an hour and 84-minute video. So that's up there. That was posted about 10 hours ago as of right now, which is about let me see the time. 6:35. So about 8:35, 8 o'clock, if you will. And I also have my updated discussion on the 82nd and 83rd pages of the Sabrina Online Story Straps and Links, which is the zigzag-centric one. That's up there if you want to check it out. And I also did a video, non-vocal video, that is, on what entered the public domain on New Year's Day. That way you can look it up, pause the video, look it up there, and all that, and, check it out if you would like. But yeah, the game's about to come back on, and let's see who ends up winning, if you will.
Come on, let's hear it.
Oh, it's one of those.
I need your advice.
Oh, it's one of those commercials again, if you will. And just to let you guys know, in case you didn't see the video of what I got over the past year and what I got for Christmas, this is one of the games I got, and this is the other game I got as well. And then down here, this one as well. So those are the two newest ones right there, and then these are the rest of my PS5 games right here. These are the rest of my PS5 games, if you will. Okay. Oh, it's a weight loss commercial by Lilly.
This is copyrighted by NFL Productions for the private use of our audience. Any other use of this.
Okay, take that off for a second. I don't need any copyright. If you are doing my best by making noise and talking and doing all that. Okay, so let's take that off for a second because I might have the music in there. You know how that is. But again, guys, like the video, smash that like button, subscribe to the channel, and donate in the super chat if you would like, and comment in the live chat if you will as well. And the comment section is also going to be open. And if you don't get here in time for this, super thanks will be available as well when this is all rendered and done within the next 12 hours after it's done live streaming.
in the second half.
Yeah, some of those
So
guys in plus territory are kind
it's gonna be interesting, guys. Let me just see what we got here.
so let's just keep it moving forward. We had a penalty,
Okay.
sack there in the fringe. Guys are doing a great job.
Let's
Just take
see.
it one play at a time.
Thank you, Mike.
Yeah, thanks, Laura.
No.
Okay.
All right, Laura. Well, his team
Ease
leads by
on
7.
tickets. Okay, that's what it said.
They dominated that first half. Bought a one-score game.
Yeah.
The 49ers about to get the ball here to start.
105 decimals. Oh, shoot.
This kick stays in bounds, and it's
You guys get home field advantage, will be a lot more.
Robinson, who's having all kinds of trouble and can barely get across the 10. That was a mess. And now we'll welcome you inside the broadcast booth. Joe Buck and Troy
Okay.
Aikman. And I'll just simply ask you, if you're Kyle Shanahan, what are you telling your team at the half? What adjustments need to be made?
David Buster's glass right here. I got this like about a year or two ago. Got some orange crushed soda in it.
I know how Kyle Shanahan thinks, and my belief is that he's going to come out, even though they haven't run the ball well. They've got to run the ball. They've got to try to get it to third manageable, and they've got to convert on
Let's go, guys. Go.
so that they can continue to run the football. And they do run here with McCaffrey. He's got a little bit of room in one of his better runs for 5.
Question to you fans out there. What do you think of the black and gold and uniforms of the 49ers? And what did you think of some of the alternate uniforms the Seattle Seahawks did this year, too? Let me know. Hear you guys' thoughts.
Kyle Shanahan, he wants to run the ball. The
You
last
know.
5 games, they've had 30 rushing attempts or
So,
more.
see what happens here. They usually adjust and get better in the second half.
But they can certainly run it better than what they did in the first half and at least make it manageable and convert on third down.
Here is McCaffrey again, and he got hit hard. Ernest Jones in there to make the stop. A gain of 1, and third down and 4 is the result.
Yeah, so that's not great because you come out on first down and you have a nice pickup, you run it again, and you only get the 1 yard. So now they're looking at third and 4, but still, that's okay. But they've had a hard time converting anything. They just converted 1 of 5 in that first half, and that's why it's not gone well for them. In order for them to get more rushing attempts, they've got to convert on third down.
Third down and 4. Purdy, sideline, catch is made. That's DeMarcus Robinson. Conversion for San Francisco.
Good job, guys.
Completion of 13 yards. But again, Brock Purdy, who's under pressure, I mean, he's under siege back there, and that is not fun for a quarterback. I mean, you're rushing everything. He knows his internal clock is going so fast right now, and this ball comes out high, and on the other end, for Robinson, he knows when he catches this and has to leave his feet, he's going to get blown up before he hits the ground.
Ooh, almost a little blow there.
Just do not give you anything.
Play action.
Fake.
Purdy. He comes underneath and able to complete to McCaffrey in a gain of about 8 to number 23. But Drake Thomas draped all over him after the catch.
The other part of this, Joe, don't forget, Ricky Pearsall is not in uniform tonight. He's injured, and he was the one guy that could get down the field and at least try to stretch this defense. So a big loss not having him in the game, and without that, they are able to clamp down even more. Right now, they're all within 10 yards of the ball.
Play action from Purdy. He's got Kittle.
First down, good. Zero middle, man. Yeah, there you go. Zero middle. If you want to know, Kittle is a wrestling fan, and that zero middle is from Penthouse of WWE.
I used to play against the Eagles back in the day, and they were this kind of defense, and it's hard. And then you've got to hope that your own defense can step up and make some plays, which they were able to do, even though some of that was self-inflicted, as we heard Mike McDonald talk about.
On first down, Robinson is brought down by Mafe, who crashed down from the end, a gain of 3.
This is
35, and it's 2nd and 7.
Sorry, Joe. This is a flat-out heavyweight fight.
All right, time for the ad, guys. If you're watching that.
This at home, you realize what I said earlier.
Time for the ad, guys. We're heavy on the ad. Maybe I'm gonna have to do that this year to earn a little more income with this live streaming and stuff. Also, guys, hit the subscribe button. It helps sale too.
Either one of these teams, especially hard for San Francisco, as beat up as they are.
2nd down and 7. Purdy is sacked. Jaron Reed. Year number 10 for the 33-year-old at a loss of 7. Third down and long.
Yeah, a little pressure off the edge, and you're going to see it coming from both sides. But Purdy, the pocket inside isn't too bad. He just kind of slides up steady.
Element.
Kind of runs into Jaron Reed.
Welcome to the live chat. Again, those of you joining in, super chats are open if you want to do that. It helps me out tremendously. Whatever you can do.
Like Purdy has been, it's hard to trust anything at this point.
Little Michael Bennett tribute from Jaron Reed. Time runs out, ball goes right into the grass. Pressure by Eamon Warren. And what looked to be a promising start to the first possession of the second half comes crashing to an end with the Seahawks defense clamping down.
Watch number 13 here, Ernest Jones, and this is what I'm talking about with their defense. They just read concepts and they drive on things and they pick it up. So they play zone coverage, but as soon as you come into their area, they pick you up as though they're in man, and there's just not places to go with the football, and that's a big hit that Purdy just took.
The punt by Morstead. Shaheed from inside the 20. Pro Bowl returner. Good return across the 35. A 20-yard return by Shaheed. It has both a punt return and a kick return for a touchdown this year.
Okay, guys, you can do this.
We can say that. Bay Bridge, the great
You
city
can
of
do
San
this.
Francisco, here in Santa Clara.
You can do this.
Up 7.
Go to mute. No, watch it. Option. There we go. Again, don't want to deal with any copyright. You know what I'm saying? You don't want to deal with no copyright there. If you guys want to know what I record with audio-wise, it's right here. I think I've shown you guys this before, but right now live, this is one of them I record with audio-wise. Let's see if you can see the brand. Oh, the camera's down there, so that's why. Yeah, but that's the brand right there. If you're ever interested in one, this is a good brand to look into. And even though it comes with its own USB, you can use any USB-C you might have on hand to, to charge it and transfer files. You can even transfer the files onto your tablet or your phone, if you will, that has a recording like the CyberLink, stuff and all that. Normally, I'd be doing a live stream via my computer, but my computer decided to kind of act up a little bit. It's the graphic card mainly to where the arrow shows up, but then, it's not working. The screen doesn't come on. Okay.
To the Cardinals to the number 6 seed if the Reds win at home against Arizona. Mike McDonald is over meeting with his defense. You talked about the improvement they made from last year to this year. Same when he was the defensive coordinator in Baltimore for John Harbaugh. Year 1 to year 2, they were dominant. And he's doing it again now as a head coach as Walker makes the catch. Brought down by Eric Kendricks in a gain of just 2.
Yeah, I agree, Joe. In addition to what he's been able to do as far as just being an outstanding defensive mind, I think John Schneider, the GM, has done a great job as well. You bring in a guy like DeMarcus Lawrence, you have the draft that they have with Nick Evenwari and what we've seen with him. And it's a talented group. They've done a good job of putting this roster together. They got rid of the guys after last year that they didn't think fit the culture. And I know Mike McDonald absolutely loves this football team.
Come on, guys.
Trying to set up the screen for Walker. He's got Walker in front. Walker's got a first down as Big Gray Zabel just took care of the 49er defender in a gain of 13 on the catch and run.
Yeah, Gray Zabel, he's done some nice things. There's a look at him as he pulls out and makes a nice block to help kind of lead the way. This is really how they get the ball to Kenneth Walker in the passing game. He's not a guy.
So let me know how many watch parties are going on, depending on where you're at for this game.
Swing routes and screen plays like that out in space for those linemen like Zabel to block for him.
Here's a toss to Walker right side. Nice job.
Oh, that's mothering him.
To bounce off the tackler. He's got tight end Eric Saubert out in front of him, and this is a wide receiver group. There's Jake Bobo, a wide receiver group that really blocks well in the run game.
They sure do. We talk about these tight ends and the job that they do, but Jake Bobo, in fact, he's been so good at blocking that Sam Darnold has said, hey, can we put Bobo on the field and actually throw him the football? I mean, when he's on, everybody knows we're going to run it. But there's Oots, the fullback. He makes a big block. He's got 5 yards upfield before he's even touched.
Second down and 2. Walker is brought down at the line of scrimmage. Malik Mustafa made the play, and it's third down and 2.
You watch Malik Mustafa. We've now got a Seahawk who's on the ground.
That's Josh Jones, who's starting for Charles Cross at left tackle.
Well, that gets interesting if he's unable to go.
He's been bothered by ankle and knee issues the last couple of weeks. And there's Amari Kite, the undrafted rookie free agent from Central Florida, who was in line to start if Jones couldn't go.
Ooh.
And he got hit from behind. Mustafa into the legs of Josh Jones.
Right into his leg.
Check him. We'll take a break with Amari Kite, the rookie, into the game for Seattle.
If you need help while filing your taxes or just want someone to do them for you, Tax Act has...
You know, sometimes people wonder if the referees get paid off sometimes, depending on how they act. And I'm sure a lot of people over this past week in college and currently with the NFL today, people are going to be saying that or wondering that. What are your guys' thoughts? All right, cool. This right here is a blanket my older sibling gave me for Christmas several years ago. It's two-sided. One is the Golden State Warriors, and then the other is the 49ers, which is pretty cool. I also have a Taz 49er plush stored away. I gotta get that out.
And Josh Jones started in his place for the third game. He left after that last play. He's in the medical tent. And Amari Kite, who's got 2 snaps total on offense that came week 4 in Arizona, is into the ball game. And he's out at left tackle for Seattle.
I got to believe the Seahawks are going to run the ball here, and if they don't make it, they'll run it again on fourth.
Come on, guys.
He gets it. He's tripped out. What a play by Lenore. And with that loss of 5, it brings up fourth down, and the punt team is about to come off. And this is the play of the game for San Francisco defensively. Lenore, I mean, I've been watching Charbonnet since he was at UCLA. Nobody makes this tackle on him in the open field. I mean, he makes people miss like this each and every time. You can see the excitement there by defensive coordinator Robert Saleh. That's a big-time play by a corner, no less, coming up and making an open field tackle at that moment in the game. Dixon hits the punt. And a fair catch all in by Sky Moore. That's another missed opportunity for Seattle. They missed a couple in the first half. They were driving. They had 3rd and 2. The ball inside the 40. And the play by Diamador Lenore. First year.
Okay, guys, that's good.
One of a 5-year extension. Nick Bosa loving every
Just,
second.
so let's see what you guys can do. Let's do it. Let's go to mute now. Also got this and the first one, as I showed you when I opened them. This is the entire Marvel series. The entire Marvel series. Let's see if I can get it out here without making a mess. The entire Marvel series, basically, including the Headmasters miniseries that got absorbed into the regular series, the Transformers the movie 86 adaptation, which, by the way, the movie's celebrating 40 years this year, and the Generation 2 run. The only exception with Generation 2 is they don't have the G.I. Joe comics that tied into what was going to be Generation 2. They should have added those. They probably have them in the G.I. Joe, conundrums. So we'll see about that. Let me know. But yeah, got these. Really happy to have them. There we go. They cost about basically together $70 if you combine it. If you buy, well, basically if you buy them all together, combined to around $70, $70+ which is worth it in my opinion if you have the money. And yeah, they cost about on average $35 to $37. So there you go. But just happy to have those in the collection. Game back on.
Inside their 10.
Full moon.
Told that is a wolf moon, super moon. Sounds almost like a Pearl Jam song. There's a handout to McCaffrey. Man, there is no room for the run game of the 49ers. This defense is number 1 in the league in yards per carry allowed at 3.7, and they're right on point tonight. It's a little reversal from what we saw week 1. Week 1, San Francisco moved the football, didn't score a lot of points, 17, and Seattle struggled to move the ball, and yet Seattle was inside the 10-yard line with under 40 seconds before Sam Darnold fumbled, and they lost that game. So San Francisco's hoping they can get into the fourth quarter late, and it'd be a one-possession game with a chance to win. Second down and 7. Decent protection. Pass caught by McCaffrey. Third down.
Yeah, McCaffrey's going to have to be catching some balls instead of running the thing.
And right now, when you start this possession, you just hope for a first down and see if you're not even thinking about scoring. You're just trying to move the football, and if nothing else, get enough yardage where you can flip field position and back up Seattle again offensively. So this is big. This has been a down, as we've talked about, that San Francisco has not been good on here tonight.
Seem to have been over 60% the last 4 games. Different story tonight against Seattle, 3rd and 2. Robinson.
Ooh.
What was the forward progress? He didn't get it. 4th down. Devin Witherspoon, a 3-time Pro Bowl corner, made the tackle, and that's going to bring the punt team on for the 49ers.
Demarcus Robinson, when he runs the route, he's beyond the chain, so he's going to pick up the first down. But the throw, he's working back to the football. It's not. It's a higher throw, so he works back to it. And when he does, with Witherspoon right there to make a play, and he's as good as there is in the league, he ends up giving up the first down. It's hard when you get a completion against this defense, especially 3rd and short like that, and it's not enough for a first down.
Watch out for Rashid Shaheed. He calls for a fair catch. And he hauls it in inside the 35.
Okay. All right, so let's go to music, because that's going to be a little bit of copyright if I don't.
San Francisco.
All right. Had to do that. Thank you guys for the likes. Smash the like button. Help me out here. And super chats are open, guys. We greatly appreciate what you can do there. One of my variety DVDs, DVD-Rs that is. This one has the Sledgehammer 4K video, 4K version of Sledgehammer on it, and the submergings of Edna and Marge from The Simpsons in the season 3 episodes. You know, Homer Alone and Bart the Lover. You know, and a few Brony community, if you will, reviews. You know, from Fab Equestria, Silver Quill, if you will. It's my comics. Let's see. Oh, game's back on. There we go. And this here has you guys will know that Joe Rosas right there, that's a second cousin of mine. Worked on these books for a while. Ooh. Almost a fumble.
Going to the ground and then trying to get it to Charbonnet. Put the ball on the grass, but Charbonnet got on it.
He got tripped by his center, Jalen Sundell. He comes out right there. His right foot kicks on him, and it was almost a disaster because that's what San Francisco needs. That's what they're looking for, is a takeaway defensively and a short field to help out their offense. Really fortunate Seattle is. I mean, 49ers right there had an opportunity.
Yetur Gross-Matos could not haul it in. What a chance that was. It does bring up 2nd and 17. Warner can't make the catch. Bethune right there to knock it away. I tell you, Sam Darnold could have eaten a sandwich back there on that play. There was nobody within 3-4 yards.
Yeah, thank you for that, my friend.
Well, Joe, some good news on the injury front. As you see, left tackle Josh Jones is back out there for Seattle. He was trying to work on some lateral mobility, shaking out that left leg a lot, so something to keep an eye on. Also, A.J. Barner had gone into the locker room with a hip injury. He's back out there, as you saw, but could not come up with that catch.
He's been dealing with that hip the last couple of weeks. 3rd down and 17. Here's a toss. Kenneth Walker, right side. Long way to go. And is able to get the first down. Amazing. A 19-yard pickup on 3rd and long.
That's a backbreaker for a defense. We saw Seattle do this last week. They tossed it to Charbonnet, and he was able to pick up a first down on 3rd and long. This time, I mean, they're basically saying, hey, we're playing the field position game and punt the football. And John Lynch, as a Hall of Fame safety, he can't believe what he's watching.
Say it again, Jake Bobo was right there in the middle of it, delivered a perfect block. It really helped Spring Walker. 19 yards on 3rd and 17. Here's Jackson Smith and Jigba. What an adjustment. Up to grab that pass on a throw that was a little behind him. And a 19-yard gain.
Yeah, just such great body control and the way in which he's able to run routes. He really just does not tip off where he's going. He kind of glides as he runs his routes, and there's no real move at the top of it. A ball that's behind him, not an easy play to make, but that shows you the athleticism, the things that he's capable of doing. I mean, that 3rd down run by Kenneth Walker, that could be the backbreaker that puts this game away.
Play action from Darnold has time and now finds Charbonnet. Nice move on the sideline and a gain of 10 plus. He got 12 on 1st down.
Pressure late on Darnold, and what poise he shows. He doesn't like what he sees down the field. He knows immediately where he needs to go with the football. And if you're Sam Darnold, you just have to know the way this game has gone, that at 10-3, 3 points, a touchdown, any score is huge to make it a 2-possession game, as well as this defense for Seattle has played.
Last 3 plays, the Seahawks have gone 19 yards and 12. And with a player down, that's Tatum Bethune, their middle linebacker who missed 3 games with a high ankle sprain. He's down and needing attention with under 2 to go in quarter number 3 in a 7-point game. Time now for our total replay brought to you by Chewy.
Oh,
the
God.
ground game is going well. The play action pass game works off that.
Sure does. And this is what
Well, guys, you can do this.
all year. They want to run the football. They commit
I mean,
to it.
Seattle's good. Don't get me wrong, but
Like the last
you know Niners need this game. But then again, Niners have gone to the Super Bowl by being on the road, so it's not the first time they got to be on the road if that happens, and it won't be the last.
That's where Sam Darnold has really thrived, and any quarterback would. And you're able to get the running game going, and then really kind of dictate when you're going to throw the football, marry it up with the passing game or with the play action game. It's big, and that's what San Francisco has always been so good at, that they've been unable to get going tonight.
How many more players can these 49ers lose? They're without Bethune now. Winters from the first half. And this ball gets knocked down by Alfred Collins, the rookie they love. 2nd-round pick from Texas. They don't have Fred Warner. Right now they've got Eric Kendricks and Garrett Wallow playing at linebacker as you look at the play that Collins just made.
Well, you look at this drive, Joe. They have the opportunity to start the drive with the fumble, and they're not able to recover the ball, and then they get them to 3rd and long off of that, and they give up the first down to Kenneth Walker. And now Seattle in a position to come away with points.
They're inside field goal range. Can't lose yardage here as Charbonnet doesn't get much. Alfred Collins, who made the play on 1st down, makes the tackle on 2nd down, a gain of 1, so 3rd down and long.
Be curious to see what Clint Kubiak and Mike McDonald, what they do. Are they going to put the ball in Sam Darnold's hands and see if he can't pick this up at 3rd and 9? Or are you saying, hey, we've got 3 points, even though it's not a certainty, but we've got 3 points, and those are so big that we're going to play a little conservatively, maybe get the ball out quick. Make sure you don't take the sack.
Quick setup and throw, and incomplete. Flag comes in.
What?
Shaheed the target, and Bernardo Green in coverage.
Pass interference. What the heck?
Missed the last 2 games, is back and interfered on this throw to Shaheed.
Yeah, let's take a look at it. The way Rashid Shaheed reacted, yeah, definitely. He had his left arm up around his neck. There's no question. Shaheed, with his kind of speed, he threatens him immediately in the grab and the pull. That was a pretty easy call.
Darnold gets the flag he was looking for, and a first down with the ball inside the 20 at the 17. Walker in the backfield.
Get him.
Down from behind. And the play is made by White. Keon White, who is a trade target and pickup from the Patriots in season, made that stop.
A really great play on his part, just pure hustle. Because it looked like he might have something, but he's able to pursue it from the backside and make the play.
Tatum Bethune is back on the field for Robert Saleh, who's trying to match wits with Clint Kubiak, the OC. Jackson Smith and Jigba in motion. Here's a little pass to Charbonnet. And that should end the 3rd quarter here as Charbonnet ends up picking up 5. It is a 10-3 ball game.
Come on, guys.
Driving.
Come on, guys. Let's do this. Yeah, I don't want to do no copyright there. Like the video, guys, and also subscribe, and super chats are open if you want to help out in that area as well. Whatever you can do will be greatly appreciated. And liking the video gets me more notification here on YouTube, and all that helps out the algorithm, if you will.
First down on pass interference. And here it's 3rd down and 7. See the record under Kyle Shanahan when trailing by 7 or more entering the 4th. Just 1 win, 9 years. as the head coach with San Fran, 3rd and 7. Darnold is under pressure. He gets it to Summert, and he's brought down immediately. Strong tackle by Upton Stout, the rookie, and 3rd-round pick from Western Kentucky. And that'll bring the field goal unit on for the Seahawks. You've heard me talk about Upton Stout before, Joe. I'm just really impressed.
Good news is they just limit them to a field goal.
No, but it never is for a rookie. But I think he's got such a bright future. We're going to be talking a lot about him over the years. That was a big-time play in the open field because if he doesn't make that tackle, it's a first down.
Block it, miss it.
Later than Eric Summert, but brought him down to bring on Jason Myers to try for 31.
Nope.
2 for 3 tonight. Remember, that drive would have been a 3-and-out without that 19-yard run by Kenneth Walker on 3rd and 17.
Oh boy, guys. Come on. Let's win this thing.
2-score game in this battle for the top 6.
Come on, guys. I don't think you guys can hear that, but that's our neighbors right next door. The young kids like to blast the music, very high because of the bass. Apparently, according to one of my family members. And yeah, it vibrates a lot of things. It vibrates the door, the front door that is, and some of the mugs and the glass and the cupboards. Has that ever happened to you guys? Let me know. I'd love to hear your thoughts. No, I won't get that out. It's stuck in there. It's tight in there, but let's see.
Game in Troy, this defense for Seattle tonight has been overwhelming. They have been everything that people have talked about coming into this game, and they have just totally shut down the San Francisco offense. You look at it, they've held them to just 105 total yards, 3 points, 3 sacks. They have shut down Christian McCaffrey. They've shut down George Kittle.
You see that? I don't know if you can see that. The
Robinson on the return. This one starts a little better than the last, and he's out to the 29. The 49ers tonight just 5 first.
You see that one right here? This one here, where I'm pointing at. That's the 70th anniversary 2-disc DVD set by VCI or Popeye. And basically on the second disc is where you can find the Pauline's Blues Woos, where olive melts into a puddle of butter at the end. If you're interested.
And there's still time on the clock, of course, with 14 minutes left in the game. But how much are they going to be able to try to run the football? It's going to be on Brock Purdy for them to climb back into this game. Either that or a defensive turnover or a special team play.
Come on, guys.
Purdy out to his right, floats it, biggest of the night. It's Kittle. And boy, did they need that. 20 yards with Purdy on the move to his right. Yeah, it's one of the few times.
Not over till it's over, as Yogi Berra used to say.
Within this defense, I mean, this is what you're accustomed to seeing from San Francisco. George Kittle running all over the field with all kinds of space to catch the football. There's his wife. She's pretty excited about the catch as well.
That was 20 yards. Longest play was 13 prior to that. Purdy takes the throw and is able to.
Yes.
First down with his legs.
Yeah, no cooking.
Are inside Seattle's 40.
One of the few times that we've seen Seattle bring the blitz with a 5-man rush. Sometimes when they bring backs and linebackers, they still drop people out, so it's a 4-man rush. That left a lane for Kittle, for Purdy, and he's able to pick up the first down.
Sorry about that commercial.
First rushing first down of the night. They fake the throw. Hand to McCaffrey, looking for a little room in there, and he's able to fight his way to the 35, got 4. Where Byron Murphy, the second-year nose tackle, who's got 7 sacks on the year and 7 tackles for a loss, who's playing brilliant football, made the tackle.
Well, it just shows you, Joe, what happens when you get a big play. You know, San Francisco's had a hard time all night long, haven't been able to really get anything going. They get the 20-yard completion then to George Kittle, and immediately they get themselves in field goal range. So this is a big answer for them.
Here's Robinson getting blocks and getting another first down. This is the first time the 49ers have been inside Seattle's 30-yard line.
And you can hear the crowd kind of getting in behind this offense right now. And the 49ers offensively, a little something going on there with Jennings on their sidelines.
Almost had a fight there, it looks like. Well, could have. I tell you, that's how strong this rivalry is.
Them having to regroup and huddle back up. What I was about to say was you finally got the crowd back in behind them, but here's a look at it. Juwan Jennings, we talked to Kyle Shanahan about it a couple of weeks ago. He says, hey, he plays through the whistle. There was a lot of grabbing and holding, and none of it had anything to do with the actual play.
Here, Devin Witherspoon engaged on that play. Little more time. Floating, and there's Jennings.
Now there we go. Time to cook, baby. Time to cook.
He has to lay this ball over Devin Witherspoon, and it is absolutely perfect. Juwan Jennings there to the right of the screen. He's got a 2-deep look. He's got to lay it over that zone corner, and he just, that's not an easy throw to make. It's got to be pinpoint, and it sure was.
15 yards, first and goal. McCaffrey gets a few.
Well, McCaffrey, he hits that hole with a lot of speed, and then it's like just running into.
And that's my family member if you're hearing anything in the background.
Not much there. It's a great drive, though, for San Francisco. They get it down, and you felt like it just felt like they were running.
Get some lights up, guys, while this game is on.
And here they come, and they're going to make it a great finish.
Well, they don't have their all-pro left tackle. They don't have Ricky Pearsall on the outside. Second goal. Down by 10. That ball was tipped, I think, and picked off. Off the hands of McCaffrey and into the arms of Drake Thomas. I think that ball was tipped out of the hand of Purdy. And Thomas ends up with it. John Schneider loving it.
It's a ball that's thrown behind. Couldn't tell if it was touched there at the line of scrimmage, but it's behind McCaffrey, and he's not able to get his hands back there to make a clean catch. He bobbles it, it gets up in the air, and Drake Thomas right there to make a play.
Yeah, I think Boye Mafe got a finger on that ball, and it directed it behind McCaffrey, and then what a nice grab by Drake Thomas on this deflection from Christian McCaffrey.
Seattle looking to make a play defensively, and Drake Thomas is the one who comes up with the answer. Yeah, just gets just enough. enough for the ball to be behind McCaffrey and him not being able to make a clean catch. A red zone takeaway by the Seahawks defense. And Charbonnet got a yard.
Come on, guys.
Another look as Monte got the hand on it, and Thomas made the catch. And John Snyder, he's looking to high-five some people up there in the booth, and I mentioned him earlier, but what a great job he has done putting together this roster. Second down and 9. To the sideline, Jackson Smith and Jigba. And a good throw from Darnold for 13. Yeah, really good. He's working against Renardo Green. And as I said, these corners, they line up in their spots. Renardo Green is always at the right corner. And then you've got the Deondor Lenore always at the left corner. So you can get the matchup you want anytime you want it. But Jackson Smith and Jigba doesn't much matter. Great route, great throw by Darnold. 7 targets, 6 catches for number 11. As Charbonnet over the left side gets 2. Under 9 to go. Sam Darnold, third quarterback now in Seahawks history with over 4,000 pass yards, 25 pass touchdowns in a season. No turnovers tonight. Well, I mentioned that earlier on the other drive and when he fumbled the ball, but he has done a great job. As I mentioned, that's what's plagued him throughout the year. You can't do it in big games, and he has done a good job protecting the football. 2nd and 8 now. Darnold had to come off his first read out to his right, trying to win that foot race and turns it into a positive play. Pinnock made the tackle for the gain of 6. Big third down coming. Yeah, this is a real big third down. You watch the clock as it ticks away. It'll be under 8 minutes, and they're able with the first down to run this thing down even further, not to mention with being able to pin the 49ers back even more so with more offensive yardage. Charbonnet splits out wide to the right, and now motions back into the backfield, 3rd and 2. Darnold lets it fly. He's got the first down. It's Cooper Kupp. And a long-time LA Ram is good for 5 and a big first down. And another player is down for the 49ers. And again, it's Tatum Bethune. He's been in and out of the lineup this year. He's been in and out of this game with a couple of different injuries, and he is in some pain here. First down, Seattle, when we come back.
If you love to travel, Capital One has a rewards credit card that opens up a world of possibilities.
Tell you what's going to happen eventually is the commissioner basically is going to say, you know, after the season, no matter what the results are and everything and all that, he's going to basically be like, hey, let's ease up on the training. Let's not be so hard and everything, and let's get as many people in there as you can. In other words, I got a feeling they're going to say, hey, start rotating certain players during certain things so that none of this happens, none of these injuries happen. Because, yeah, a lot of the coaches like Shanahan are kind of like the, fight through the pain kind of individuals, old school. But, yeah, they're probably going to have to switch. They'll probably end up being told to switch things up eventually. But again, never underestimate. No matter what happens here, don't underestimate the teams that are on the road, that are seeded certain ways. Never underestimate them because you never know. And again, guys, super chats are open here in the live chat if you want to help out in that area. Also, I have a Cash App, Venmo, Patreon, and a fourth wall store and a Teespring store. Links to those are in the description. And smash that like button, guys. Ooh, you didn't want to do that. Oh, my limiter came down.
It's 7:30 Eastern. Yeah, Google. There it is. You see the first 136 seasons of Viking football compared to the last two, and they just took apart Alabama in this past round.
They've taken apart a lot of teams since he took over there.
Here's Walker on first down, gets to the edge, and has another first down for Seattle. And we'll go to under 7 minutes to play.
You just watch this offensive front and the job that they have done, Joe, throughout this game. I mean, it has really been impressive. I talked about it early on that this is a team that likes to run the football. They run it the third most in the league, and almost 50% of the time, it's what Mike McDonald wanted. It's what Clint Kubiak has been so good at. But the last few weeks, they've been really effective running the ball. And man, it has carried over into this one.
And on this play, as Walker gets another first down.
This is a defense that's just absolutely worn out. It's a football team that's worn out. The fact that they've gotten to this point, I'm talking about the 49ers, the team, for them to get to this game, what they had to do, and they have just been decimated with injuries. Tonight has been physical for both teams, and the San Francisco 49ers have certainly felt it. But Seattle, this is impressive to come in here on the road with a winner take all as far as the number one seed. They've done a heck of a job.
Yeah, the number one seed on the line. First round bye on the line. Darnold, Charbonnet. And a good tackle by Jair Brown with a gain of 5. If the Seahawks win, it'll be their 14th of the season. Back-to-back years for Sam.
Come on, guys.
Two organizations with 14 wins.
You can do this.
Starting quarterback. See the division leaders. Tampa Bay is there, but they need help. To get into the postseason, they need the Saints to win at Atlanta tomorrow to get in. Otherwise, it's Carolina. Second down and 4. Charbonnet bends it back. Gets another first down. And pushes the pile to the 36.
So you look at the offense for Seattle. I mean, they're going to rush for over 200 yards before this game is over. And Sam Darnold, you know, we haven't talked a lot about him. He hasn't had to do a whole lot, and I don't say that disrespectfully at all, because you never win in spite of the quarterback. The quarterback always has to show up and play well, and he's done that and do it on third downs and all of that. But you think of the pressure on Sam Darnold coming into this game and how efficient he has been playing quarterback throughout this game tonight.
Back to the play action. Darnold throws on the run. It was high.
Ooh.
And it's incomplete. Bernardo Green, after the touch
Could have been an
Jackson
intercepted there.
Smith and Jigba, almost got the takeaway the 49ers needed.
Yeah, just a ball that is a little high, yeah, he's not quite able to make it. It would have been a great opportunity for San Francisco. That's not an easy throw for Darnold to try to make, rolling out hard to his left, and a ball that just got a little high on him.
Second and 10. Walker cuts back, men in the backfield, and maybe got back to the line of scrimmage.
Wonder what San Francisco, and they use one now. I'm just going to say they had 3 timeouts. When does Shanahan start to use them?
They take their first of this second half right here. They stop the clock before 12 to go.
Look at the strands that T-Mobile's network used to
Come on, guys. You can do this. You can win.
A lot of things used to suck, like cell phones the size of frozen.
Guys, I mean, never say never. Never say never. But again, they enjoy. Every team enjoys a challenge, and if being on the road and competing is a challenge, then so be it.
'49ers needing a stop to have any chance. Down 2 scores. Sam Darnold, who was a 49er 2 years ago, learned from Kyle Shanahan, was behind Brock Purdy, and then took his talents to Minnesota. Now with Seattle. Out to his right. Throws back for Cup. Great play and a first down, Seattle. What a good play by Darnold there. Out to his right, throwing back to his left as he found number 10.
Yeah, keep an eye on Cup. First of all, they bail out here, so it's only a 4-man rush. But Cup, he's covered up, and then he just does what a veteran receiver does. And he's able to uncover himself, realizing that his quarterback needed him to make a play. And so he's able to create some separation. Darnold finds him, and that's what good players do.
I mean, the story of this game is going to be conversions on 3rd down and long for Seattle. That's another huge one. It was 3rd and 10. They got 24 yards. The biggest carry and play of the game still feels like that 3rd and 17 and a first down run by Kenneth Walker when he got 19 in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, I thought that at the time was the backbreaker for very well.
Well, guys.
And with that said, the turnover by San Francisco off the hands of McCaffrey, that pretty much ended it for San Francisco. They were going to make this one heck of a finish up to that point.
San Francisco used their second timeout. Charbonnet is tripped up, and he goes down at the 10. And timeout with 3:57 to go. And now the 49ers are out of timeouts. All right, so Kyle Shanahan is looking at his defense, trying to get a stop here. Again, if the 49ers lose, they're either the 5 seed or the 6 seed. Seattle, if they lose, they're the number 5 seed. This battle for the number 1 seed overall and a bye week. And it's been an impressive night to this point for the Seahawks.
Yeah, it really has. I mean, just to go on the road against an opponent that you know, both teams know each other so well.
What?
And both teams coming in playing hot. They've won 6 straight. But this is an impressive performance.
What?
Really by the entire team. Defense has been amazing.
Yeah.
But this offensive line that probably hasn't gotten enough credit has been
Yeah, they'll be fine.
Charbonnet had to re-grab that handoff.
They are, but yeah.
He's able to take it down near the 6. Where it'll be 3rd down. And the 49ers are out of timeouts.
Yeah.
Here's Charbonnet after that handoff.
Yeah.
It looked like he had to re-grab it a little bit.
The Rams.
Right there.
Yeah.
It's a little bit low. You know, sometimes when you run that outside zone like that for the quarterback, they've got to really get on their horse. I thought initially maybe he didn't quite get there, but he did. It's just a little bit of a late handoff.
See what I was talking about, guys? Certain family members don't know too much about sports.
They're down in 4. Charbonnet. Good play by the 49ers as they hold him short of first down yardage. That was Mustafa who came in to make the stop. And it's 4th down. And they're going to lead their offense out on the field.
Yeah, I don't necessarily disagree with this. That, you know, again, it goes back to what happened the first possession of the game when they went for it. Their defense has just been so dominant.
They have both tight ends in and their fullback, Robbie Oots, the rookie. They've got Barner up under center.
They're not going to snap it.
They call that the barnyard play. Fans coined that phrase, and
Well, they tried to do a wildcat.
from time to time this season, the 49ers don't jump.
You know, the other thing, Joe, was not all 4th and 1s are equal. And what I mean by that was about 1.5 yards. I mean, that was much more than a yard. It wasn't a foot. And so that was, especially on that play, if you're going to run Warner on the tush push, that would have been pretty aggressive.
Short field goal try for Jason Myers of 26 yards. He hits the upright.
No good.
10-point game. He came in having made 18 straight, and he's missed twice tonight. 2 out of 4.
Getting a little too cocky, guys. No offense.
This windy night, he's missed 2 field goals and had 1 kickoff go out of bounds. And this is a rare off night for one of the best in the league.
Yeah, absolute shock on Sam Darnold's face as well as Mike McDonald. I mean, you just can't believe it. Now he's wishing he had gone for it, but asking the defense once again to come out and make a play.
Well, it's a 10-point game. There's 2:20 left. And the 49ers have no timeouts. Purdy got hit as he threw it, and with DeMarcus Robinson the target, the throw comes up short. No Trent Williams, and that has made a big difference in tonight's game. Injured his hamstring on that early interception last week against Chicago and could not go tonight.
Yeah, that's this defensive front. I mean, they're deep, too. I mean, they've got good players. You see Purdy hits that thumb. That doesn't feel good.
Byron Murphy just shoving Spencer Burford into the lap of Brock Purdy. 2nd and 10. McCaffrey, nice catch on a low throw and a strong tackle by Even Worried to take us to the 2-minute warning.
2-minute warning. They're just hoping to get in field goal range, kick it right away, and see if maybe they can't get an onside kick. But
just not a lot of room out there for this 49er offense. They came in rolling until they met up with a Seahawks defense that has been dominant tonight in this battle for the top seed in the NFC.
No. No.
No. Yeah. Yeah. When the playoffs start. Yeah. They'll figure out by the seeding. By the seeding. No.
Trying to hit 100 likes before this game's over, guys. Be very much appreciated.
Throws to the sideline, and it's broken up. Good play made by Josh Jobe as he got in front of George Kittle. It's 4th and 6.
Really good play here by Josh Jobe, who, again, is just another one of these outstanding secondary players that they have, and they make you earn everything. You got to be perfect with the throw. You know, Purdy put it exactly where he had to at least try to give Kittle an opportunity, but just excellent coverage. And that's been the case throughout the game.
Now 4th down and 6. Purdy gets hit. The pass is incomplete. And the Seahawks are going to take over on downs. Derek Hall came in, delivered a blow, and Purdy is not able to get up.
Austin Pleasance, who's actually held up pretty decent tonight without Trent Williams, but he gets hit from the back. He gets hit up high right after that, and it was a big-time collision, and you just hope that he's going to be okay.
Well, we talked about his thumb, and he hits his hand again. His thumb was bleeding when we took the break for the 2-minute warning. He was able to throw the ball and warm up and looked okay on that 3rd down throw. This time he gets hit, and thankfully there's the bloody thumb. Purdy is able to get up and jog off the field.
Ooh, scary moment there.
The Seahawks are a minute 51 away from a first-round bye. And an NFC West title, a 14-3 record, which would be the best in the league at the moment.
You go back to that game a couple of weeks ago against the Rams, that overtime win. What a great win that was to set this up for what it all meant tonight. But they've battled hard. We talked a lot about what San Francisco's been through. Seattle's been through a lot as well. And to come in here tonight on the road, this is a well-earned win.
John Schneider, we've shown him a couple of times in this game in year number 16. Kyle Shanahan in year number 9. And there is second-year head coach Mike McDonald. 10-win team a year ago and 14-win team here in 2025-26. And they will get the bye with the number 1 seed. Meanwhile, in the AFC, the number 1 seed will be determined tomorrow. Denver is in the top spot. They have a home date against the Chargers. If they win, they're the number 1. If Denver loses and New England wins, New England's the number 1. Denver and New England lose and Jacksonville wins. Jacksonville is the number 1 seed in the AFC. 3rd down and 12 here. One more snap, and that's it. Got to tip your cap, Troy, to Sam Darnold, who was in this similar spot last year with the Vikings. Week 18 didn't go well at Detroit. He was outstanding tonight. He really was.
Well, I'll say this. Whatever team goes to Seattle in 2 weeks, make sure you have your earplugs put in, because I think that's going to help. Because make sure you do some cymbals, some stuff like that, and have earplugs, because that place is going to be packed, it's going to be rocking, it's going to be loud. And congratulations to Seattle and you Seattle fans, you get a bye. But all I can say is if you kind of get curious as to why, a team's not being affected, it might be because they have headphones or earphones and everything in their ears. And they're doing the symbol thing. So. So.
Just the number 1 seed, how does that sound?
Yeah.
Incredible. We work so hard from day 1 OTAs, and we've been grinding up till now, but we got a lot of work to do, so we can't get satisfied.
How was your run game able to be so?
The only positive is they kept them down to just 13 points. Could have been a lot worse. And just just pray and hope for the best. Again, whatever team is going to be scheduled to face them and all that in Seattle, like whatever team wins the wild card to face them, all I can say is that team better have earplugs and everything inserted in the ears because of the noise. And they better bring their crowd, their fans to Seattle to kind of counteract that crowd because the decimal point is going to be way beyond 105, there's no doubt. And they could trigger earthquakes, as it's been known to do. But again, never say never. I mean, Seattle, let's be honest, I think there's been a couple times they posted playoff games, they've had byes, and they didn't win at home. It's been one of those situations to where they thought they would win, and the team came out of nowhere and won. Who knows? But like I said, what I'm trying to say is who knows what's going to be the next step and all that. But yeah, it was a good game, rough game, and now however the seedings go, we'll see. How long the 49ers are going to have to rest up because the seeding, because the playoffs will start next week. There's no doubt about that. But it's interesting because you have the Rams, if they lose tomorrow, the 49ers become number 5. If they win, the 49ers are number 6. So got to pray and hope that the Niners can get that 5th win or get that 5th seed with a Rams loss because then I think that makes the Rams number 6. As far as the AFC goes, that's kind of a 3-way circus, if you know what I mean. Because, you have 3 teams that can vie for number 1 seed in the AFC. You got Jacksonville, that they have to pray and hope New England and Denver lose their games to become number 1. You have New England hoping for Denver to lose, so they become number 1 if they win. And then Denver, if they win, they become number 1, so in the AFC. So it's going to be interesting to see what happens and all that. But yeah, that's all. That's going to be about That's going to pretty much do it, guys, for this live stream. Thank you all for watching. Thank you all for all the likes. And thank you pretty much. Shout out to Guy Bearclaw for helping me out in that department. And guys, until next time, like I said before, and like I said in all my videos, like the video, ring the bell for notifications, subscribe to the channel, and share the video. And click on the links in the description to find my content elsewhere outside of YouTube. Wherever your favorite podcast or other video outlets. Also, find me at DeviantArt, Furfinia, and Ink Bunny, as I mentioned at the beginning, or I mentioned in the live stream. And also, you can you can support me at Venmo, Cash App, and Patreon. But that's about it for now, guys. And until then, I am out.